Hi, welcome to a Simplified and Fabulous Mom Life podcast. I'm Jennifer McDaniel, pro organizer, capsule wardrobe stylist, and functional home designer. As a mom of four, I realize how quickly things get out of control and how important it is to prioritize how your home functions and how it makes you feel. So if you're ready to find solutions to the stressors in your home and make room for the things that are really important, listen in and let's get started.
Are you a mama who really struggles to rest? To actually take a day off and do nothing? I know I've spent a very, very long time struggling to actually take a day of rest. But did you know that the Bible actually, that's one of the 10 commandments? To take a day of rest, to remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son or daughter, nor your male or female servants, nor your animals, or any foreigner residing in your town. For 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, but he rested on the seventh day. Therefore, the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. That is one of the 10 commandments. And I read that from the New International Version, the NIV, and that's in Exodus 20. God commands us to take one day every week as a rest day to do no work. That means no chores around the house. That means no business decisions being made. That means take a day and rest. Your body, your mind, and your soul need that day of rest. Your children need that day of rest. I know for my family, for myself, during quarantine and during this COVID struggle where everything in our life has just been stuck at home, it really took away from our schedule, from our routines, and from those things that we had been consistent with in our lives before then. And over the last few months, I've been really feeling convicted, I guess is the best word to use. I've been feeling convicted about not giving my kids a day where they don't have to do chores, not giving them a day where they don't have to clean up their rooms and do stuff around the house. And I have been, over the last couple of weeks, being really mindful of this and making sure that my kids know that they need a day of rest and that they are taking a day to rest and not do the chores and not do the housework. Of course, they still put the animals out, make sure there's food and water. But so far as the actual cleaning and tidying, we're not doing that one day a week. And for our family, it's usually from Saturday afternoon to Sunday afternoon. So that just works best for our schedule because we do have to prep for Monday. We do have to do a little bit of work to get ready for the school week. My kids are already back in school. So I am doing that for starting Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday we go to church and then we come home and we don't do any work until Sunday evening. And then we just do our basic get ready for school, make sure you have your clothes ready, make sure that you have your lunchbox packed and whatever you have to have for the next day. And that's it. And I try and do a crockpot meal or something super easy so I'm not really spending time in the kitchen. And we aren't focusing on the housework. I'm not focusing on any of my business stuff that needs to be done. I'm not focusing on creating a podcast or anything on Sunday. I'm just taking that day to rest, to be with my family, and to reflect on the things that have gone on in our lives and in our week. And I'm already seeing a change in myself. I'm seeing that I'm able to do more throughout the week because I did take that day of rest. I'm seeing that my kids are feeling more at peace because they're given a day of rest. And it's been really hard on me. And it's been a real frustration for my husband sometimes to know that the kids aren't going to go and clean up something on Sunday, that they didn't get it done before Sunday and now it's going to stay there until Monday. But more importantly is that we are honoring the Sabbath and giving our family and our body and our people a day of rest. Give them a day of rest where they can relax with no responsibilities and expectations and just be free from those burdens. And I know for me, it's really hard to do that. It is really hard to do that because everywhere I look in my house, there's something that needs to be fixed, something that needs to be picked up, something that needs to be done, something that needs to be wiped off everywhere in every single space. because we have so many people that live here and so many people that are using the space. It just gets dirty. It's messy. But what does God tell us to do? He doesn't anywhere in the Bible tell us to clean our house every day. That's not in there. I've read it cover to cover so many times in so many different translations and versions of the Bible. It is not talking about that. In fact, there are times in the Bible where he tells us that Martha and Mary, the sisters, one of them he was complaining that her sister was sitting at the feet of Jesus and not doing any of the work that needed to be done to prepare the meal for everyone that had come with Jesus to have the meal at her home. And her sister was just sitting there fellowshipping with them. And she was trying to get everything done herself. And she told Jesus, can't you have my sister come back in here and help me? And he said she chose the right thing. She chose to fellowship instead of do the work or to do the things, whatever it is that's on Martha's list. She was not choosing the thing that was most important. The thing that was most important was to be with Jesus and to listen and to fellowship and to know when it's time to rest. And I want to make sure that you are giving yourself a day of rest, that you are simplifying your life enough that you can take that day of rest without it causing a week of work. Because for me, that day of rest just adds to another 2 hours of work the next day, really. I have a little bit more work the next day. I have a little bit more work the day before, but that Sabbath day is so important that it's worth every bit of it. And it's actually a commandment. Give yourself a day of rest. How many people do you know that are working so hard that they literally have worked themselves into sickness, that they aren't resting? And so their body is forcing them to take rest. Maybe they have to take a week or 2 weeks off because they've gotten so sick that they're not recovering from a simple cold or whatever it is, and now they're really sick and really weak and they've forced themselves to take time off because they're sick. But if they had been consistent in giving themselves a day of rest where you can sleep and rest and be relaxed and be peaceful in your home, maybe they wouldn't have gotten so sick in the first place. Maybe we need to just change up our priorities. What are your priorities? Are your priorities in line with God's priorities for you and for your family? Maybe that's where you're having so much conflict with yourself and with your family. Maybe you're having so much conflict in your own home because you want something that's not important to the rest of your family. I know I have had many seasons where I was having that frustration with my family, where really it was me that was the problem and not my family. Because to my family, they didn't really care that the floors weren't mopped every couple of days. They didn't really care that I redecorated or dusted or did the laundry every single day. They just wanted to make sure that it was done so that they didn't run out of something important like pants or underwear. And those are the things that are important to my family. And so I started this job. I started doing this and this podcast to help moms see how to simplify things so that it isn't so overwhelming. Because when we have a mountain of laundry to keep up with, it feels so burdensome that there's no way that we can give ourselves a day of rest. We just don't see a possibility in doing that. We know that it's just going to get worse if we leave it for another day. We have to keep up. We have to keep going. But God tells us to take that day of rest. It's so important that God put it as one of the 10 commandments. That is so important that we go back to the basics, the simple things. If I get asked questions about people who are striving to be minimalists. I can't even say it right today. And people who are striving to be minimalists or that are just curious about if it's possible for them to be a minimalist with a large family or with several kids. Is it possible? And it absolutely is possible, but it's not a priority to most people. So most people most people are so stuck in the struggle of the just in case, maybe someday, and all of that stuff that they are burdening themselves with things that they don't need. And so my goal is to show you how little you can do, how much you can do without, and how you can just have the most basic stuff and feel put together as a mom with a capsule wardrobe. Your kids can look stylish with a capsule wardrobe. If you lay out your kitchen appropriately, you're not having to look for things. If you lay out your space and simplify the number of towels and sheets you have, you still are going to have enough to clean up a big spill in the house. That's not going to be something that you have to stress about. But you don't need enough towels to fill up an entire linen closet when you have a small family of 4, 5, 6 people even. My entire family, we have 2 towels per person, with the exception of my husband, and he has 4 towels for himself. That's all. Then we also have a set of 4 bath towels for the guest room, and then I have some extra towels that we use in the pup room. So we do have a dog that has been in heat, and she is very messy. And so we need extra towels for things like that. And those are towels that if they are so gross I don't feel like carrying them through the house, I will throw them out and I will not feel bad about it. We do have a pool in our neighborhood. So for the first time in our 20 years of marriage, we have pool towels that we own and are responsible for. And so we have a shelf where every single person, we have 6 towels for the pool. That's it. But you know how many I take to the pool? I take 1 towel. Sometimes we all use the same towel. Does it matter? No. Nobody wants to carry it all the way home. Nobody wants to carry a towel home. So 1 towel is enough for us to take to the pool. If they want a towel, if my kids want a towel, they take it to the pool themselves. I don't carry it for them. If you want it to take it to the pool, you carry it. If you don't want to carry it, maybe you don't need it at the pool. That's kind of how I've kept things simple for myself, because some days I take 6+ kids to the pool. I'm not carrying that many towels. I'm not going to hurt my back with that heavy load on the of towels and stuff on my back. I'm not doing that to myself. So I want to challenge you mamas. What can you do without? What burdens are you carrying around that you could do without? Maybe you have an entire closet of towels that you don't need. If you guys do use towels every single day and you use a fresh towel every single day, you probably have enough. And you can wash towels twice a week and still have enough towels. My family, we shower every night and my kids have 2 towels. I do a load of towels every other day, pretty much, for our family. We use kitchen towels instead of paper towels for the most part. The paper towels are reserved for cleaning up grease or dog spills and those sorts of things. I'm not going to use I use kitchen towels. So we have a jar that I use for washcloths in the kitchen, like dishcloths, and we clean the countertops with those. We clean up spills in the kitchen with those and have a nice decorative bowl that we put the dirty cloths in on the countertop. And then at the end of the day, we take all those dirty towels upstairs, and it keeps the kitchen clean. It saves money on paper towels. We're going to be washing a load of laundry anyway, so throw a couple of towels in there. It'll be just fine. If I put a towel in with each kid's laundry, it's fine. And I don't have to do laundry every single day, even though there are 6 people here. I don't. I still have days that I don't do laundry. And some days where I can do 4 loads of laundry. But I'm not overwhelmed with what's left to be done when I'm keeping up with the things, and I've simplified everything that was causing those burdens for me. I have simplified our belongings so that it doesn't feel stressful. Now, I'm at a place right now. We're finishing with summer. We're going back to school. My kids just had birthdays. There's things, we're getting ready to do a big purge in the house again, and I will be sharing that with you guys. But the things that are daily burdens, keeping the house decluttered downstairs, that's done. We already are doing that. We've already simplified those spaces so that they are very easy to maintain. And that's what I want to encourage you to do too. And if you need help getting to that point or seeing things that you need to adjust or change so that your house is easy to keep tidy and easy to maintain once you do organize a space, then give me a call. Let's schedule a starting point call or an audit of your space to find out where you need to make those changes and what needs to be moved around so that it will make it more simple and easier to keep up with. I'm here for you. I can't wait to meet you and talk to you about this. If you have something that you're working on right now, let's talk about it. So many times I hear from people that have waited and waited and waited to call me, and then when they finally do, they're like, I would have been done 2 months ago if I had called you earlier. I would have finished this 3 years ago if I had just reached out at that point. It would have been done in 2 weeks if I had had your help before. I hear these comments from my clients all the time, and it just breaks my heart to know that they've carried that weight with them for so long. And it's something that, to me, I'm able to look in and see quickly where to fix it and how to fix it and how to adjust it. But not just for me, because God's given me the ability to see the burdens through your eyes and see the way you use the space and the way you think. That's not something I can train myself to do. That's something that God has gifted me in, and I'm able to do that. And I want to help you. I want to use my God-given gifts and talents to help you. So please reach out. Let me know if you have a place that you're struggling with. If you don't want to share it in the Facebook group, send me a private email. The email is organizedfabulouspodcast@gmail.com. Again, it's organizedfabulouspodcast@gmail.com. Send me a picture in there. Send me a video. You can reach out on the Facebook page. You can send me a instant messenger, like whatever it's called on the Facebook Messenger. You can send me a message there. You can call the hotline for the podcast. It's 980-389-0399. Call or text. It just goes to a voicemail, so you can leave whatever message you want there, and I can reach back out to you. Like, whatever works for you. Let me help you. I'm here for you. My heart so desires to change the burdens that moms carry, to help simplify and transform that weight into something that you can be proud of. Let me help you with that, Mama. Let me be there for you. I want to help you so much. Father God, I pray right now for any of mamas that are listening to this podcast right now, wherever they are in the world, that you would just touch them right now, that you would just give them a peace about getting the help, having a friend come and help, whether it's me or someone that they know or a family member, that they would not be ashamed to ask for help. We are carrying so much on our shoulders and feeling the weight of our entire family and our entire household, and often whatever other responsibilities we have, whether it's in our business, our careers, our church, in the community, whatever it is, wherever it is, we carry so much on our shoulders, and those burdens can be so heavy. Lord, I just ask, if there is a mom out there that is needing my help, that you would just give her the courage to reach out, ask for help, or to just, Lord, whatever it is, just let them know that this is a safe place for them, that this is a place where they can be vulnerable and open and honest, and that I am here for them, and I am here to help them with whatever it is that they're struggling with in their home, with their wardrobe, with their household, whatever it is, Lord, that they need help with. Just let them know that there is someone there for them. And Lord, if it isn't me, send them someone that can help them right now, Lord. Put someone in their life that will make that impact and help them to make a difference, Lord. Give them a peace and a comfort knowing that this person is for them, whether it's me or someone else, Lord. Just show them what it is. If there is a person out there that needs a professional organizer to come in and help them declutter their space because it is too much of a burden, or they're physically unable to handle it on their own, let them reach out and ask for someone. Thank you so much, Lord, for the opportunity to be here and to be talking with these women right now, with these mamas and this one person, even if it's just one person that needs my help right now. Let them know that I'm here, Lord. Give them the courage to speak out and ask for help when they need it. Thank you, Lord. In your precious name I pray. Amen.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Simplified and Fabulous Mom Life podcast. We would love to hear from you. Our podcast hotline for US is 980-389-0399. You can share your tips and tricks, topic suggestions, ask questions, and let me know if we should answer any of these on the air. For other ways to connect, you can reach us at jmorganizingspaces.com.
Thanks for listening to this episode. Did I say it right?